Good evening. I'm very happy and proud to acknowledge the seniors of 2020. I know this is an unpredictable and unprecedented event, but I still want to welcome all of those who are out there viewing our event. First, I want to say thank you to all the parents that have put so much time and effort into each one of our students. To the students, I want to say thank you. You have made my first year here at Penn Manor something very special. You have proven to me that this community cares so much about each other, and even in these dire times, we are able to work together and get things accomplished. So thank you. One of the first memories I have here at Penn Manor when I started this year was going around to all the sports practice. And it really stood out to me, the excitement, the enthusiasm, the welcoming spirit that all of the seniors had. And so I wish you going forward to keep that spirit, to keep that passion. I know for many of you, your sports careers will not continue, but please stay involved. As the time comes back and many of you come back to this community, there will be times for you to participate or volunteer. So please keep our community in mind. I wish you all the best in the future. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us for the 21st Annual Penn Manor Senior Athletic Awards. We are coming to you virtually from Penn Manor's Comet Field, so I'd like to start out by saying that I hope you and your families are doing well as we take this time to recognize the accomplishments of our teams, student athletes, and coaches. This night is about a great group of seniors and we are honoring them later on. But before we get into the awards, I want to thank the many people who work hard and contribute to the success of Penn Manor athletics. First up are the parents and guardians. Thank you for supporting all our teams and coaches. It takes a lot of extra effort and running around at times to be a sports parent, but hopefully you can look back and say it was all worth it. You have contributed to making your students successful in the classroom and on the field. And for many of you, you have recently picked up the job of home school parent. As a fairly new parent of 2 young boys, I am now only beginning to learn all the time, emotion, and effort that goes into raising a child. So to all the students watching at home, take the time to give a big hug to those who made your careers possible and thank them for all they have done to get you here today. The next group I would like to thank is our amazing school board members and administrators. Our school board is extremely supportive of our athletic programs. They do the behind-the-scenes work that make our district great. Thanks to their support, all of our extracurricular programs are able to thrive and be among the best in the state. Academics and athletics at Penn Manor have been successful because our school board understands that athletics are vital, integral, and a uniquely important part of an all-encompassing educational experience. Our superintendent, Dr. Mike Licklider, has always supported our athletic programs and spearheaded the initiatives to better our school, teams, and coaches. He has proven himself to be one of the best superintendents in the state, and we are very lucky to have him guide us during these unprecedented times. He has seen many successful student athletes come through our programs at Penn Manor, and he recognizes the benefits gained from being involved in sport and being part of a team. As I am in my rookie year as being athletic director, I'd like to thank my fellow rookie, our high school principal, Mr. Barron Jones. While we may disagree on which SEC school or NFL team is the best, I can tell you that there is no bigger fan of Comet teams than Mr. Jones. As the high school principal, Mr. Jones must wear many hats, and he has shown that somehow he can focus on everything going on here at the high school and still remain calm. But when our teams take the court, field, or the track, there is no louder cheerleader than Mr. Jones. He loves to see when our students excel not only in the classroom, but on the fields as well. I have 2 more rookies to thank. First, Miss Kelly St. John, our outstanding athletic trainer. Kelly was one of my former students who went on to Westchester to get her degree in athletic training, and she just received her master's in health promotion from Concord University. We are very fortunate to have her back at Penn Manor. She is in charge of 24 varsity high school teams and 10 middle school teams, and it is her job to keep them healthy and stay safe. She is part psychologist, part parent, part babysitter, and part athletic director. In other words, she does all the work to keep our kids and coaches healthy. She's even nice enough to let me try and tape an ankle once in a while to make sure I still got it. Second, Mrs. Jill Hamill, my secretary, who has put in much of the behind-the-scenes work to make this virtual event happen. Jill plays a crucial role in making sure our athletic department and programs are able to run. Every bus you rode, Jill set that up. Every official who reffed your games, Jill made sure they were paid. Every ball, helmet, jersey, or piece of equipment that you used was because Jill put the order in and made sure it was delivered. Most importantly, she helped me stay calm and organized this year, and for that I'm extremely grateful. While she is now Mr. Jones's secretary, Mrs. Cindy Bachman is still a friend and great supporter of the athletic department. Cindy was a huge help to both Jill and I as we were learning the ropes this year. She loves all our student athletes and teams, and this is evident as you have seen her at many of our games this season. I also have to thank my wife Billy. She was incredibly supportive of me this year as I transitioned into the position of athletic director. I would not be able to do my job without her understanding of the time and energy that goes into it. After a full day of teaching at the high school, she spent many nights alone with our two boys, Declan and Tucker, making sure they were taken care of, and I cannot thank her enough. My final thank you goes to our outstanding coaching staff. These men and women devote countless hours and unmatched energy to coaching our student athletes and teams in and out of season. In addition to being a coach, they have taken the role of friend, confidant, and mentor to many of our students. I applaud them all for how well they have adapted to our current situation and your ability to still connect with your teams while at home. A few examples: Coach Joyce has created a Google Classroom for our girls volleyball team to stay together and work on the mental side of their game, and Coach Tim Height has been posting some great workout videos on his Twitter page for us all to stay active while at home. No matter what situation we find ourselves in, our coaches have risen to the challenge and continue to prepare our teams for the seasons ahead. As I stand before you, I can say that this is certainly not how I envisioned this evening going. The interruption of our normal school year due to COVID-19 has led to the cancellation of spring sports season not just here in Lancaster County, but across the state and the entire country. For thousands of high school sports teams, months of preparation, intense training, and expectations have gone for naught. To our spring sports athletes, this is not how your career should have ended. The spring should have been filled with balls getting hit off aluminum bats, javelins flying through the track, lacrosse balls in games under the nights, and aces on the volleyball courts and tennis courts. And of course, the loud cheers from our fans of Comet Nation. However, I challenge you not to focus on what could have been, but instead on what was. When all of you look back at your athletic careers, I want you to remember the great times you had with your friends and teammates and the opportunities that sports have brought you. It's now 20 years since I graduated from high school, and I can honestly tell you I don't remember how many goals I scored in hockey or what my record was in tennis, most likely because I wasn't very good. But I can tell you that being a member of a team has brought me friendships and life lessons that continue with me today. I think that's the main reason we are all here and why we love sports. Sports provide opportunity. They provide some of the biggest triumphs and humbling defeats. In every stage of life, sports provide us the opportunity to be part of something bigger than ourselves, and that is something that every senior athlete watching tonight should be proud of. The class of 2020 accomplished a lot over their 4 years at the high school, and now is the time to celebrate those accomplishments. Jill, Kelly, and myself will review the presenters of tonight's awards. I have reached out to our coaches who would have been presenting tonight, and we will share their words of congratulations. So without further ado, we will be presenting our first award of the evening.
I will be presenting the Leon Heller Pride Award. This $500 award is presented to the student who exhibits pride, personal responsibility in your daily efforts in the football program and school. This person is an unsung hero, always at practice, gives 100%, responsible, and a good role model. This year's recipient is Darius Terry. He came to Penn Manor his senior year and played football and was a great teammate. He earned a varsity letter by getting experience playing running back and cornerback. His highlight was scoring a touchdown in the game versus McCaskey.
I will be presenting the Bill Beck Scholarship. The Bill Beck Scholarship Award is a $1,000 scholarship that is presented to senior football players who demonstrate leadership and sportsmanship among their teammates. This year's winners are Joshua Gibson and Jared Musser. Coach Brubaker shared the following about Josh and Jared. Josh was voted a team captain his junior and senior year. He led our team in tackles and offensive output over the past 2 seasons. He was a 2-time first-team LL All-Star on defense and will be taking his talents to Muhlenberg College to pursue environmental studies and play football. Josh also excelled in throwing the javelin in track and field and scoring points on the track in various running events. Through hard work, commitment, and dedication, Jared earned himself a starting role as an inside linebacker for our football team his senior year. Jared led our defense in tackles in 6 games. He also excelled on special teams and was an asset as a team leader. Jared will be attending Thaddeus Stevens this fall and plans to play football.
Our next award is the E. Jerry Brooks Award for Academic Excellence. The award requires athletes to uphold the following standards. They must maintain at least a 3.8 GPA and be a two-sport athlete. They must have earned 3 varsity letters during their high school career. Finally, they must possess good citizenship and good sportsmanship. This award is sponsored by the PIAA District 3, and medals are presented for academic excellence. This year's winners are Elena Adams, Jael Echeverria, Aaron Gale, Timothy Hermanson, Jackson Hostetter, Brady Lehman, Catherine McMahon, Caden Pert, Kaylee Stoner, and Mary Anna Vozella.
I will be presenting the No Off-Season Strength Training Award. This award is presented by our strength and conditioning coach, Tim Height. It is presented to athletes who show dedication to their strength training and in the off-season to better themselves for their sport. Our outstanding strength coach, Mr. Tim Height, had this to say about this year's winners, Aaron Gale, Abby Overmeyer, and Grace Fellenbaum. Aaron has been a positive presence in the weight room during the off-season and in-season since his freshman year. He is one of the strongest athletes in the school, and his determination to better himself will be a defining quality in his future. His strength improves because of his dedication to the sports he participates in, as well as his increasing knowledge in the weight room. We wish him luck in the future, and he is always welcome back. Grace Fellenbaum and Abby Overmeyer will be accepting the award on behalf of the softball team because of this girl's dedication to the training in the summer, fall, and winter to improve strength and speed. Constantly having positive, competitive attitudes are the reason for their improvements and success on and off the field. I will be presenting the Student Athletic Trainer Award. It is named after a beloved classmate and athlete of the class of 1962 to 63 and is awarded to outstanding senior student athletic trainers. This is awarded to students who show self-sacrifice, cooperation, and service to the school. These recipients are the unsung heroes of the sidelines of the sports. They have shown dedication to the athletes and their school by sacrificing their time. They all have an interest in a medical field and use this opportunity to expand their knowledge. Many of the athletes would describe them as the smiling and supportive faces of the teams they worked with. I want to personally thank them for making my first year at Penn Manor such a great one. They were so welcoming and willing to help whenever they could. Congratulations to this year's recipients, who are Alex Martino, Lauren Sensenik, and Allie Steele.
Our next award is for our outstanding male senior athlete in a single sport. Boys basketball coach Larry Bellew had the honor of recognizing this year's winner, Ethan Hine. He said, "Ethan is a disciplined, self-motivated young man. His drive and dedication to the development as a basketball player serves as a model for all members of our program. His daily ball handling and shooting workouts help Ethan develop into one of the most explosive, dangerous scorers in the Lancaster-Lebanon League this past season. Despite drawing our opponent's best defensive player, he made big shots and had some incredible games this year. 2 examples were a 45-point outburst against Exeter, where he fouled out in overtime, and a 27-point night versus Conestoga Valley, a night where he didn't play in the fourth quarter due to our team holding a big lead the entire game. Over his career, Ethan grew from a standstill shooter to a complete offensive player. As a result of his hard work and success, Ethan earned the following recognition: Lancaster-Lebanon League Section 1 First Team All-Star. He was selected to represent Penn Manor and Section 1 in the Coaches Association Senior All-Star Game and was an honorable mention in the Penn Live Big 15 team. Ethan will be attending Lancaster Bible College next season to continue his career at the collegiate level."
I will be presenting the award for the Outstanding Female Senior Athlete. Coach Soto had this to say about this year's winner, Tiana Edwards. Tiana has become a terrific field hockey player who has the keen understanding of when to defend and when to attack. Her strength and skills were widely well known and respected by all of her competitors. Tiana simply has such an imposing influence on the field with her strength, speed, and skills. Tiana will be playing field hockey at Millersville University this fall.
I will be presenting the Penn Manor All-Around Athlete Award. This award recognizes 1 male and 1 female who must have won 2 letters in at least 2 sports, displays outstanding leadership and athletic activities, and shows excellent spirit and sportsmanship. This year's winners are Anna Mae Barbuska and Nick Baker. Anna Mae excelled in both field hockey and lacrosse at Penn Manor. Coach Soto said, "Anna Mae is one of the hardest working, most skillful field hockey players in the area. Her inner drive and relentless competitiveness are unparalleled. Anna Mae is the perfect example of how you practice is how you play. She gave her best at every practice and every game throughout her entire career. We wish Anna Mae all the best as she will be playing field hockey at Lock Haven next fall. Nick Baker displayed his talent on the football field and wrestling mat. This spring, he was set to become a 3-sport athlete as he was a member of our boys lacrosse team. Over the course of 4 years, Nick compiled an overall wrestling record of 113-46. He was a 2-time PAA state qualifier and 1-time state place finisher, finishing 6th in 2020. During Nick's senior campaign, he won the LL League Championship, PIA AAA Section 2 tournament, and the PI District 3 tournament. For football, Coach Brubaker added, after scoring very high on his ASVAB test, Nick had multiple military branches interested in his talents. Ultimately, he chose the United States Navy. Nick has great leadership skills that he was able to put to the test in athletics. He was a great warrior on the football field. He unselfishly changed positions his senior year to help the team. Coaches would always trust that we were going to get the best effort out of Nick every time he put on his pads. It was just in his DNA. Nick's lacrosse coach, Coach Zach Charles, is a former winner of this award, and he said, "I know the time, hard work, and dedication your school, community, team that it takes to be a 3-sport athlete in high school. We wish Nick started lacrosse a little sooner because the sky was the limit for him. We would like to thank Nick for coming out and giving lacrosse a shot this year."
I will be presenting the Penn Manor Outstanding Club Athlete Award. This award goes to an outstanding athlete who participates and excels in a non-interscholastic sport. This year's recipient played on the ice hockey team. Head coach John Ricci had this to say about this year's recipient, Cara Janzio. "I know this is supposed to be brief, however, I feel it is first and foremost important to thank Mr. Kramer and the school for doing whatever they could, given the current state of affairs, to acknowledge the student athletes for their talent and academic successes. Penn Manor Ice Hockey Club feels very fortunate to be a part of this event and to be able to recognize a player for the Outstanding Club Athlete Award. This player was the consummate teammate, whether it was from the net or the bench, always giving 100%, very dependable, and supportive of their team. Her high school stats for the 2 seasons that she played for us were 14, 9, and 0, which included 3 shutouts, 2.71 goals against average, and a save percentage of .827. Just as important as stats is the character of an athlete. One evening at the rink prior to a game, while she was doing off-ice prep, she was faced with a very intrigued, chatty 5-year-old little boy whose brother was playing on the game prior to ours. Not every high school athlete would take the time to engage in conversation, but to also allow him to put on her helmet, gloves, and share goalie secrets. But this young lady did just that. Her willingness to share her passion and love of the game to someone so young confirms that not only is she a good hockey player, but she is an even better human being, which is just one reason that the Penn Manor Ice Hockey Club would like to recognize Cara Janzio as the Outstanding Club Athlete. It has been a true pleasure to have her be a part of our ice hockey club. Your hockey family wishes you all the best in your future endeavors."
Our next award is the Senior Athlete Leadership Award. This award is presented to a male and female athlete who exhibits excellent leadership ability. Some qualities they exhibit include the ability to work with his or her teammates for the betterment of the team, they use their heart as well as their head, they plan and set things in motion, they keep their eyes on high goals, they lead by positive example, have faith in people, and say let's go rather than get going. And they are also concerned about the team over individuals. This year's winner are Josh Gibson and Haley Castelline. Josh was a leader on the football field and track. He earned the respect of his teammates by being named captain, and he led by example, showing his fellow teammates the way to be successful on and off the field. Coach Ames had this to say about Haley. In order to be a leader within the Penn Manor High School cheerleading program, an athlete should be an excellent role model, inspire others to work collaboratively and creatively, and demonstrate initiative in all aspects of their sport and school. Haley Castelline has been a leader all 5 years she has been involved in the program and an outstanding captain for the varsity squad during her junior and senior seasons. Our next award is the A. Landis BRACKBILL Scholar Athlete Award. Penn Manor had 2 nominees for the A. Landis BRACKBILL Award, which was presented a few weeks ago. The A. Landis BRACKBILL Scholar Athlete Award is given annually by the BRACKBILL family to honor the top female and male student athlete in the Lancaster-Lebanon League. LANDIS BRACKBILL was the first executive director of the LL League and former principal of Penn Manor High School. The applicant shall exemplify high standards of scholarship, athletic ability, and leadership. Each school in the Lancaster-Lebanon League nominates 2 athletes for this prestigious award. They must have a 3.5 unweighted GPA and lettered and excelled in 2 or more LL-sponsored PIAA sports during their senior year. Our 2 senior nominees that represented Penn Manor were Tim Hermanson and Kaylee Stoner. Kaylee was a 3-time league qualifier this year for the swim team and swam on the 200 medley and 200 freestyle relays, 50 freestyle, and 100 breaststroke. She was a model athlete and she practiced with intent and focus every day. She was also a starter for the volleyball team in the past 2 years. In her application, Kaylee wrote, "Being a student athlete comes with many challenges, but I feel sports have made me a better person. My life has been affected in the way I positively balance both academics and athletics." Kaylee will be attending Messiah College this fall, where she will be studying nursing. Coach Stewart said this to say about Tim. "Tim is among the top students at Penn Manor. During his years Penn Manor, Tim has immersed himself in worthy pursuits outside the classroom. In addition to his dedication to both basketball and baseball teams, he is active in other activities as well. One club Tim participates in, which hints at his future career goals, is the Future Business Leaders of America. Additionally, he is also a member of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes as well as the National Honor Society. He's a top-notch student in the classroom, his academic outside of the classroom, and he's an outstanding teammate on the field." Our next award is the FACKLER-HOWER Sportsmanship Award. This award is presented to athletes who possess good citizenship and exemplify sportsmanship. They must gain an understanding and appreciation for the rules of the game. They must display respect for their opponent and officials at all times and show pride in their actions at every opportunity. Congratulations to this year's recipients, Kyle Ament and Madison Henry. Coach Joyce had this to say about Maddie. Maddie was a 4-year member of the high school volleyball team, has been playing volleyball with Penn Manor since 6th grade. She was a varsity starter the last 2 years and was an LL League All-Star this season. Maddie overcame several significant injuries in her career and became known for her relentless play and positive attitude, making her our 2019 senior captain. She is well respected in the league and loved by her teammates. She will be continuing her playing career at Elizabethtown College. Boys soccer coach Paul Taylor had this to say about Kyle. "Congratulations, Kyle, on earning this award. You have set such a great example for others to follow. Your leadership, work ethic, and character will carry you far in life. Best of luck on your journey."
I will be presenting the Penn Manor Coaches Association Scholarship. This $250 scholarship award is presented by the Penn Manor Coaches Association. Students are asked to fill out an application. The recipients of this year's award are Erin Gale, Abby Overmeyer, Anna Mae Barbuska, Catherine McMahon, Josh Gibson, Kaylee Stoner, Madison Henry, and Kyle Ament.
I will be presenting the Jeff Churchill Scholarship. This scholarship is awarded to a senior with an existing challenge who has participated in a varsity sport and displays exemplary character. This year's recipient is Darby Conrad. Darby competes in high school rodeo events under the Maryland banner. Last year, she completed another highly successful high school rodeo campaign by finishing second in the overall points standings in barrels, poles, breakaway roping, and team roping among all female riders for Maryland. Darby qualified for the National High School Rodeo in Wyoming for 3 years in a row. She has trained and competed during her senior year, but like so many of our spring athletes, her season was not able to be completed. She does, however, ride and train every day, exercising her horses Pumpkin, Bethesda, and Chocolate.
Next up is our Penn Manor Cheerleading Booster Club Scholarship. The Penn Manor Cheerleading Booster Club presents this scholarship to a senior cheerleader on the team. This year's recipient is Haley Castline. Haley has been cheering for 10 years, including PMJC and the Penn Manor High School cheerleading program. During her high school cheerleading career, Haley has been a member of the competitive cheerleading squad, competing at the PIAA District Championships, PIAA State Championships, as well as national competitions like Reach the Beach. Haley has been a 4-year varsity athlete and 2-year varsity captain and a UCA All-American cheerleader. Haley also has the honor of winning this year's PMJC Scholarship Award as well. Next up is the Comet Basketball Booster Senior Scholarship. all seniors were awarded a cash scholarship by the Booster Club for their years of service and dedication to the Penn Manor boys basketball program. The award is based on the years of service in the program. A scholarship is given to each player to help with any post-graduation plans. The following individuals were awarded the scholarship. Jael Echeverria. Jai played 3 years in the basketball program. He is a tireless worker who was the most improved player in the program last season. His dedication to work in the weight room and practice on the court set an example for all players on our program to follow. Tim Hermanson. Tim played in the basketball program for 6 years. Tim was dedicated to the team and its success. Tim cherished being a leader with our group. His cool demeanor and ability to handle adversity were critical to our success. Tim was our floor leader. Our team functioned its best when he was playing well. Ethan Hine. Ethan played 6 years in the basketball program. He was a 2-year starter and developed into one of the most respected offensive players in the league. His passion to work and become the best player he could became what was most impressive to watch over the last 6 years. Nobody outworked Ethan. Jaden Mateus. Jaden played in the program for 6 years. Nobody loved to play basketball more than Jaden. He has a passion for the game and competition. He wore his emotion on his sleeve and brought an intensity to our team every night. Jaden's explosive athletic ability and ability to play various roles was critical to our team's success. Joel Modesto. Joel played 4 years in the program. He is a competitor who loved to guard the other team's best player. Joel played the game and carried himself with a lot of confidence and belief in his abilities. Melvi Rodriguez. Melvi played for 3 seasons in the basketball program. His growth and maturity and growth of his game since freshman season is really remarkable. Melvi has a diverse offensive game and a nice shot and solid handle. Melvi also has a personality that is larger than life, making him a very popular player in the locker room. Finally, Ashante Stanfield. Ashanti played 3 seasons in the basketball program as an explosive athlete with a real knack to get the ball to the basket. He has an assortment of acrobatic shots around the basket. He also accepted the challenge of guarding the other team's best player.
I will be presenting the Girls Basketball Senior Scholarship Award. The Penn Manor Girls Basketball Booster Club presents this scholarship to a senior basketball player. This year's recipient is Ella Hart. Coach Collins shared the following remarks. This year, I had the opportunity to coach one senior athlete during our winter sports season. It was a pleasure to work with her each and every day. Her dedication has helped inspire others to follow in her footsteps as we continue to strive to make our girls' basketball program the very best that it can be. I'm proud to award Ella Hart with the Girls Senior Basketball Scholarship Award. I will be presenting the Rec Basketball Award. This award is given to senior athletes who participated in 1 full year of the Penn Manor Recreation Basketball Program and are continuing their education after high school. This year's recipients are Grace Bibas, Thomas Bonici, Sheridan Kinzer, Stephen Marquette, Catherine McMahon, Kayla Mills, Gavin Newman, Carissa Phillips, and Garrison Webster.
I will be presenting Penn Manor Wrestling Booster Club Scholarship. The Penn Manor Wrestling Booster Club presents this scholarship to seniors participating in the wrestling program and who demonstrate leadership and sportsmanship. This year's recipients are Trevor Grassel and Owen Moore. Coach Vernali said that Owen's true grit as a leader, both on and off the mat, played a huge role in helping guide Penn Manor to yet another successful season. I'm excited to see Owen achieve more of his future goals as he continues his education at Thaddeus Stevens next fall for metal fabrication and welding. Trevor's great deal of seniority and leadership skills helped form the shape of this year's team. I expect Trevor to take these same skills and use them towards college as he attends Pennsylvania College of Technology in the fall for HVAC. I will be presenting the J. Donald HERR Memorial Award. The J. Donald HERR Memorial Award is presented to an outstanding senior boy who has lettered in varsity wrestling and 1 or more other varsity sports. The qualities that the young man must exhibit are patriotism, leadership, courtesy, reliability, and sportsmanship. Congratulations to this year's recipient, Nick Baker. When asked about why Nick was this year's winner, Coach Vernali said, Nick brought his hard work and determination day in and day out to the wrestling room and always gave his teammates and coaches 110%. The Navy is very lucky to have Nick, and I'm excited to see him achieve his future goals. Our next award is Penn Manor Youth and Booster Club Baseball Award. The Penn Manor Youth and Booster Club presents this award to a varsity baseball player who has contributed positively to the program. This senior has excelled and been a positive influence to his teammates. This year's award goes to Aaron Gale.
Our next award is the John Dantinne Boys Lacrosse Booster Club Scholarship. The Boys Lacrosse Booster Club presents this scholarship to senior lacrosse players who demonstrate leadership and sportsmanship. This year's award goes to Matt Rafter and Ian Young. Coach Charles wanted to express his congratulations to this year's winners. He said, "Ian and Matt have shown since day one of their freshman year the qualities we want in all of our student athletes. Dedication to your team sport, hard work, on and off the lacrosse field, all while maintaining good grades. Ian and Matt will both be attending Thaddeus Stevens College of Technology. Thank you, Ian and Matt, for 4 great years." Next, we have the MARSHA GULLO FRERICHS Golf Scholarship Award. This scholarship is awarded to senior golfers who plan to pursue some form of post-secondary education. They exemplify the characteristics of love and appreciation of the sport of golf, diligence in the development and knowledge of golf skills, sportsmanship, and respect for others. This year's recipients are Max Forey and Caden Pert. Coach Russell spoke highly of both winners. He said, "Caden was a tremendous leader and leader in and out of the classroom. He is an honor student who volunteers his time tutoring students. Caden was PM's #1 player this season and set a standard of excellence. He will be attending the University of Alabama in the fall to study chemical engineering." Of Max, he said, "Max was Penn Manor's #2 golfer during the season. Over the past 4 years, Max continued to be a model of excellence in both academics and on the golf course. He was another tremendous leader and role model for our younger players." Our next award is the Penn Manor Swim Team Senior Award. The Penn Manor Swimming Booster Club presents this award to a senior swimmer who demonstrates sportsmanship and leadership in and out of the pool. Coach Urban said this about this year's winner, Andrew Purcell. "Andrew was a member of the league championship first place 200 freestyle and 200 medley relays. He was the 3rd fastest in the league in the 50 freestyle, qualified for the District 3 meet in both relays, 50 freestyle and 100 freestyle. He was a PIAA state qualifier in the 50 freestyle and both relays. Andrew's work ethic and motivation greatly paid off for him over the years I have coached him. He continually pushed himself to get better and trained through the pain on a consistent basis. Andrew will be taking his talents to King's College in the fall, where he will be swimming and majoring in exercise science and athletic training."
I will be presenting the Penn Manor Girls Volleyball Coaches ACES Award. The Penn Manor Girls Volleyball ACES Award is presented to a senior on the team who has best demonstrated outstanding attitude, character, effort, and skill in her time as a member of the team. This year's recipient is Kaylee Stoner. Coach Joyce had this to say about Kaylee. "Kaylee is a multi-sport athlete in swimming and volleyball. She worked hard to make herself a valuable and important member of both teams, even earning a starting role for the last 2 seasons in volleyball, playing 2 different positions. Since middle school volleyball, Kaylee has led on the court through action with a quiet smile, demonstrating the positive attitude, admirable character, and relentless effort that we want to embody in Penn Manor Girls Volleyball. That attitude, character, and effort makes Kaylee the 2019 Penn Manor Girls Volleyball Coaches ACES Award winner." I will be presenting the Penn Manor Boys Volleyball Scholarship. Coach Telesco said, "The Penn Manor Boys Volleyball Scholarship goes to the boys volleyball player who has demonstrated athleticism, hard work, dedication, and leadership. This year's winner, Bryce Julian, is a symbol of Penn Manor Boys Volleyball. His growth over the last 4 years as a student, a player, and a leader is a testament to his work ethic in all areas. This has led to his being both a captain and the most valuable player on his team. Congrats, Bryce."
The next award is the CORY DENLINGER Volleyball Scholarship. Coach Telesco shared the following about this award. The CORY DENLINGER Volleyball Scholarship is presented by the Boys Volleyball Booster Club to a senior volleyball player. The scholarship is named after a 2007 volleyball alumni who we lost shortly after his senior year, and is given to the Penn Manor Boys volleyball player who exhibits character and leadership on and off the court. This year's recipient is Dylan Yaseshin, a young man who consistently demonstrates effort and excellence in every area. Because of his hard work and leadership, Dylan has earned a spot not only as a starter this year, but also as a captain. Congrats, Dylan. Our next award is the Friends of Penn Manor Field Hockey Award. The Friends of Penn Manor Field Hockey Booster Club presents this award to 2 senior field hockey players. This year's recipients are Riley Leakway and Allie Rittenhouse. Riley has improved her game significantly throughout her field hockey playing days at Penn Manor. Riley has become a tough defender and a great distributor on the offensive side of the field. Riley will continue her field hockey playing days at Stevenson University. Allie is a terrific defender for Penn Manor Field Hockey. She's great at tackling and marking, countless times coming up with important takeaways to help the team. Allie will be attending Penn State University this fall. The following are some of the Penn Manor Field Hockey awards that the girls received this fall. The All-State Academic Team, we had Anna Mae Barbuska and Allie Rittenhouse. Anna Mae Barbuska and Tiana Edwards were also named to the Field Hockey All-State Team. And the NFHCA All-American was Anna Mae Barbuska and Allie Rittenhouse.
I have the honor to present our Assistant Coach of the Year award. This award was to be recognized by their head coach, so I will be reading his statement about our very deserving winner who has given so much of their time and energy to Penn Manor Athletics. So without further ado, it's my honor and privilege to read Coach Soto's statement about this year's winner, Denise Goby Goldberg. Goby has been an assistant field hockey coach at Penn Manor for 15 years. She has helped guide the program to the enviable level of excellence that it is today. Her warmth, friendship, and ability to motivate are truly remarkable. She has the uncanny ability to be both tough and compassionate at every practice and game. She knows what it takes to help athletes compete at the highest level and to perfect the most elementary skills. That is why she is beloved by athletes of every age group. Goby is a great assistant coach and a great friend. Congratulations to the 2019-2020 Penn Manor Assistant Coach of the Year, Denise Goby Goldberg. Our Head Coach of the Year award is given to a coach who positively and unselfishly contributes to their program and the overall athletic programs at Penn Manor. This year's winner is a Penn Manor alumni who originally came back as an assistant coach and since taking over as head coach has developed a work ethic in his program in season and out of season that has propelled individual athletes and the team to set high goals. Some of the end products of this hard work was on display this year as his team finished 3rd out of 23 teams at the LL League tournament, had a 4th place finish at the District 3 sectional tournament, and individually this year's team crowned 2 LL League champions, 3 District 3 sectional champions, a District Section 3 regional champion, 3 state qualifiers, and a 6th place state winner at Hershey. If that was not enough to give it away, I would like to congratulate our wrestling coach, Brandon Vernally, on being named the 2019-2020 Penn Manor Coach of the Year. I had asked Brandon's assistants to say a few words about him as well. Coach Barley said, Coach Vernally has a great passion for the sport of wrestling. He has taught the wrestlers discipline and how to push themselves harder than they ever thought they could to achieve their goals. This was evident in the great season we had. It is great to see how many first-year kids came out for the wrestling team this year and stuck it out. I think that says something about him as a coach as well. Coach Whistler echoed these thoughts, and he said, Vern's primary goal is to create a program that develops his athletes into becoming outstanding people in and out of the wrestling room by focusing on the effort of the team and not wins and losses. The mentality of the group is we are going to win, but is not the backbone of the program it is built off of. We are a family first. I personally would like to thank Brandon and his entire coaching staff for all the time, energy, and dedication they put forth into our wrestling program. I found a quote by Penn State wrestling coach Cal Sanderson, and I think it fits great into what Coach Vernally has been able to do for our program. He said, wrestlers compete as individuals, yet the sport builds camaraderie like no other. Friendship among teammates are for life and never dull. Brandon, your athletes have developed a winning attitude along with positive memories and friendships. They have learned that success doesn't come without sacrifice while they participate in what may be one of the toughest individual sports both physically and mentally. You have prepared these student athletes for their battles on the mat, the classroom, and for what lies ahead when they leave Penn Manor. Congratulations to this year's Coach of the Year, Brandon Vernally. I want to thank you all for tuning in tonight to celebrate all that the class of 2020 student athletes have accomplished. While the season and school year will not soon be forgotten for the way it ended, our student athletes still have a lot to be proud of. The most important thing in all of this was the safety of our students, fans, and coaches. To all of the seniors, I wish you the best of luck and challenge you to remember the thrill of victory and the challenges of heartbreaking losses, as they will shape you into the outstanding athletes and adults that you will become. We will make it through this and return to normal eventually. In the meantime, enjoy the time with your families, stay safe, and cherish the little things that get taken for granted in our day-to-day life. Traditionally, this event ends with an ice cream party, so I hope you can all grab a pint of Ben & Jerry's or Turkey Hill from your freezer and celebrate this night with your loved ones. As we end, I want to leave you with the words of my friend and mentor, our former athletic director, Mr. Jeff Roth. No matter what situation you find yourself in, remember that it's always a great day to be a Comet.